On this video, I'm going to share with you one of my biggest hacks, the quickest, simplest, most direct way to get your first rent-to-rent deal. Before we get into the content, before we get into the value, I've noticed on my YouTube stats that 51% of you are still not subscribed. And it's simple. The more of you that subscribe, the more interaction we get, okay, the more resources, the more money and time I'm gonna throw into this channel. So if you're getting value, if you like it, do me a favor, go to the bottom of the video, hit the subscribe button. Next to it, there's a bell. Hit the bell, click all, so that you'll get notifications. You won't miss anything. And I will continue to do this content and we will grow this channel together. If you're already subscribed, thank you very much. I really, really appreciate you. So there's so many different ways to source rent-to-rent deals. And when you go to the courses or you listen to all the content out there, sometimes it can feel really overwhelming. And on this video, I just want to break it down and just give you the simplest 3 steps. It's the lowest hanging fruit to get your first rent-to-rent deal. And the best thing about it is you don't need any property experience, okay? And it can happen like that. So stick with me. There's 3 steps. Let's get into step number 1. So the first thing you're going to need in order to source this simple, quick, easy deal is get set up. And it's really important that you do that at the beginning, and I'm going to explain why later. So you get set up, and if you need help with that, I've got a video dedicated to it, and I've also got a 12 steps checklist. So just hit the link below. I'll put it in the description to the 12 steps checklist. Sign up for it and work through it. And if you go on my channel, I think it's the most popular video I've ever done. Just search Simon Smith 12 steps and you will find the video that supports the checklist. So you've got everything you need for that. All right. Step number 2, once you've done that and you've got a professional image, and you do exist, and you've got a brand name, and you've got a website, okay? Then what you want to do is start telling everybody what you do. So this could be, when you're at the gym, when you're dropping your kids off to school in the playground, at work, on socials, in the pub. Just tell everybody what you do. Now, top tip, you're not selling to them. You're not asking them for anything. You're just seeding. It might sound something like this. Hey, what you up to this weekend? Well, I'm actually going down to one of our property investments just to finalize the refurb and get it ready for our clients. Huh? Do you know what I mean? Everybody loves a sort of property conversation. So if you just seed it, you will start getting people asking you questions, asking for advice. You position yourself as an expert, somebody that does this stuff. And then once you've done that, you might even find that they say, oh, actually, what exactly is it you do? And that's where you do your elevator pitch, insert. Well, we guarantee rent, we do this, we do that. We're working with local companies, yada, yada, yada. And they might even say, actually, do you know what? My aunt is trying to rent a property around the corner. Deal. You know what I mean? How simple is that? But that's only step 2. The final step is where the real magic happens. And before I go into it, remember, it's important to do these in sequence. Reason being, if you're not set up and you just start telling everybody what you do, they're going to say, oh, what are you called? What's your website? Let me look you up later. And then when they do that, they're not going to find anything. So you've instantly lost all credibility. So don't waste it. You want to make sure that by the time you are telling everybody, you mention, once again, seed the name of the business, they Google you, they find the website, and then before you know it, they're forwarding it on to people, and that generates leads, okay? Super, super simple. So then once you've done that, you're set up, you've now also started to seed this, then it's time for step 3, and that is where you ask. That's the pitch. That's where you ask, because guess what? If you don't ask, you don't get. I mentioned the property business we've got. Well, we've got some new clients that need accommodation. Do you know anybody that's got an empty property or looking for someone to help them with their property management? Well, actually, yeah, my best friend, they've just moved to Australia. they're stuck with this house, they can't sell it. So, maybe I could introduce you to that. Absolutely. Do you mind sharing the details with me? And there's so many reasons why this is so powerful. One of the reasons is because these leads are coming from good sources, okay, referrals, and these people that you're speaking to know you personally, you've already got an element of credibility and know, like, and trust. So it's not going to be hard for you to do business, for you to get that deal, right? And the other great thing about it is I know you're busy. A lot of you, all my mentees, they're all busy. They've got 2, 3 kids, they've got 9 to 5s, they've got other commitments. So I know you're busy. And this doesn't take any time, because once you've set up, all you're actually doing is just networking and telling everybody what you do on your current trajectory. So it doesn't take any extra time. So just to recap, number 1, get set up. And what I'm going to do is in the description, there's a list to the checklist. Go grab that, search for the video, go through it. Step number 2 is where you're going to start telling everybody what you do and networking. And step number 3 is where you're going to ask, okay? And top tip, finally, there's one part of the checklist setup. There's going to be one thing that might be missing. And I know what you might be thinking, all right? Yeah, I can do that, but once I've got the lead, how do I close the deal? What paperwork do I need? How do I make sure I'm compliant, that I've got this deal as safe as possible so I'm protected and my landlord's protected? And what I've done is I've developed the ultimate rent-to-rent agreement pack with videos, tutorials, guides, templates, everything you're gonna need to close this deal. So if you're interested in that, I will post a link in the description. Go grab yourself a copy of that. So that's all from me. If you enjoyed this, comment below. Just say yes if you enjoyed it. Let me know. Any requests you've got for videos, post them below. I appreciate you. And whatever you do, don't wait 25 years, all right? Don't wait to retire. Don't wait for the pension. You can do this stuff today.